Three, two, one. Monday, January 5th, P breakdown and group call. Coming into the day, we have to understand what Friday did. So Friday, we sold off, after we took out this high, and price made low of the week same day as well. So we took out all of this, and we took out a piece of this. Us barely taking out like a piece of this structure. That's why price was very choppy today, right? Because imagine if price took out all of this, it would have been way better. Like overnight Asia would have been way more clean, and we wouldn't have chopped around a lot, especially here. For example, right here, where price took out all the accumulation inside of the fair value gap, and from there we just pumped up, went higher, higher, higher until we took out the highs. Then we started dumping, right? So same thing here, but we didn't really take out much. We only took out a partial bit of it, all right? That's why we came up and we just started accumulating up. You know what I'm saying? This is all accumulation, right? New York AM did nothing. I was thinking that New York AM was either going to manipulate higher or lower to then take us, move out. But overall, this was legit a very choppy, slow day, right? So coming into next week or this week, expect both sides of this to get taken out. All right, you're gonna see all of this get taken out and the highs of it get taken out before we start making actual moves. You know what I'm saying? So that's why today was really choppy and garbage because we didn't really take out much, only this piece of structure instead of the entire bit of it. And on the lower time frame, I think you had S&P in the middle here as well, but the only valid entries you could have taken today was legit just reactive entries, from just what price was giving you. You know what I'm saying? Especially here, we're accumulating higher. 9:30 opens up. ES is continuing higher, but NQ isn't. NQ, we stayed inside this 15-minute fair value gap, SIBI, and we just started continuing bearish. All right. Once you see price break past these lows and you don't see any continuation higher, your narrative instantly flips to it being bearish. All right. Especially inside this SIBI right here. This is where the two candle SIBI Salmon talk about comes into play. You know what I'm saying? When you have the first candle that's opening up, displacing lower, and the second one can be counted as a rebalance. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because there's not enough volume to, let's say, continue it higher, push it higher. So you can see this as a rebalance candle, right? And from there, you can start taking entries, all right? So first entry you could have taken after this candle closed, this open bearish here, would have been fine. Stop loss at the top of the rebalance, all right? And your TPs flat 30 points, which you would have had, and if you were targeting a 1-to-1, you would have been met like the same candle. Anywhere here would have been fine if you entered. All right, as well TPs, you could have targeted this internal low. Boom. I wanted this low to get taken out, but price was really pushing away from this low. So once you see price push away each candle, treat this as a protected low. All right, price is not gonna look to take it out anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? Especially for the rest of the day. Price was legit just trading away from it. I think we had SMT somewhere. ES swept the low here, and then NQ didn't. We've just been trading away. So you're treating NQ as the protected low. Let me find out on ES. Where is it? Right here. Yeah, right here, right here. Found it. It wasn't really nice, but it was just this. So ES dug deep. So you had the SMT here, right? Pretty much SMT here, and NQ has just been trading away from this protected. So first protected, second protected, third protected, and you can see price was legit just going higher after making a low. All right, came back, took out a piece of structure inside of it near the protected low, and from there we just went higher. So that's how you would have like reacted to it. Be like, all right, we're not going any lower. If 9:30 didn't really make a fat move down, then the only other option is price legit is just going higher, but accumulating higher because we don't really have any proper manipulation, any how do I say this, strong manipulation that price is like pushing price really volatile. There's none. It's legit just internal. That's why you see the moves being like so small and dead, right? So besides the shorts here, they were fine. They were good. All right. If you took it here as well, same thing. And let's say you drag your SL lower, as you see price displace away, targeting this internal low as well. That was good as well. This was valid to take. And longs as well. I know some of you guys took the longs here after price swept. We also had SMT. Yeah. and we had SMT as well with these. So SMT, turtle soup, nice. Order block gets created, slap on, and you can see price legit is respecting the entire order block range. So once you see we have this internal form of manipulation, a protected low that was created from SMT from like pre New York and like overnight. All right, you're not seeing this get ran. All right, if anything, price is gonna look to rebalance back into it to then take longs, targeting these highs right here, which would have been met way later, but again, no really strong external manipulation to keep pushing price cleanly and efficiently. So you got to do with what you have. All right, longs. This is the first long you could have taken as price is placed away from the order block, targeted here. All right, if you targeted the top of this wick, perfect. Why? Because this is a high made at 930. Don't try to target highs made at 930. It's gonna be really dangerous because price could legit look. See this happen a lot of times. Price could legit rebalance back into like let's say an order block that was formed from manipulation in 930, and price would legit just dump off of it, you know. But this got ran because it had no purpose behind it. Legit, just it's a placeholder to like internally manipulate to take us higher. All right, so first long here, TP at this wick high or a flat 30 points, which would have been met really easily and nicely. All right, your stop loss has to be below the manipulation because you're taking it off the order block. You're not taking it off the BISI. If you're taking it off the BISI, then you would have taken it way later, like let's say right here, right? So you're taking this candle, stop loss below. Once you see price displaced away past, let's say these highs, then you can like drag your SL and D risk, and you would have hit TP either way. Re-entries. Once you see price come back, still respect the order block. We're still trading inside of it. All right. Any candle up, you can literally take. So, boom, this displacement was clean and nice. You enter here, stop loss at this low, because that was the last rebalance before we started displacing higher. And let's say you were targeting, let's say this high or even this high, which would have been met, but I'm not gonna lie, you would have been in the trade for like 30 minutes, so not even worth it. So if you took a trade today and you hit TP, good. If you didn't and you avoided today, you just seen how price was being garbage, good on you. There's really not much to take except the shorts here, the rebalance shorts, and longs here to this first high, and then from there is just legit simple order block retracement, and you're taking up. Oh yeah, and after news came out, you would have seen price came back down. Internally, you took this out, alright, but we're still respecting the order block. But you have another form of internal manipulation. Longs also would have been valid at 10 or after 10, right? After you see this candle close, this one rebalance, and you could take this one, alright, targeting flat 30 points, which would have been met. And stop loss here because this was the last rebalance candle, and yeah. And that's pretty much it, to be honest, for the trades that you could have taken today. Let's get into reviews. All right, we had what looked like mid, but we failed to displace higher. Okay, we had displacement rebalance of perfect shorts, clean. Brandon again, shorts. What time is this? 11:24. Took them here. I think you took them here. Wait, what time was this, Brandon?
I answered at like 11:18, so it was pretty late.
Yeah, way too late into the macro, man. You would have literally been cut off like here. Once you see price chop around, bro, don't even force it. Legit, just get off. Because if news moved like this, 9:30 moved like this, what makes you think later on in the New York AM is gonna move way cleaner? You know. See, I guess
Yeah,
overall
that's a good.
positive. I thought we needed a rebound, especially with all that confirmation. Hard time from SMT, internal minute, Missy disrespect, rebounds into a Sibi, displacement with candle closure. Target was like not upset by this losses at all. Yeah, it's legit way too late in terms of time, and Monday low probable, so you're not gonna see much PD arrays holding and being respected overall, especially after we keep taking out a high, rebalancing, then taking out the high again. Yeah, can't lie, I might have to put a new rule of getting off and not trading after missing a setup. I missed those shorts at 9:32, where we rebounded into the order block. because I was looking for internal manipulation after creating an external SMT with the S. I ended up taking the short because I had really high conviction in PXL getting hit. Oh no, previous session low getting hit. I closed early for a small loss after I saw the reaction we had at the internal low. Same bro, I was in the shorts from like this candle right here, targeting this low, but once I see price wick and then just start immediately displacing away, I closed my trade and I just seen it unfold how price just kept rebalancing lower into the order block that was made from this SMT internal manipulation. That's why you have to react to what price is telling you, you know? This would have been nice to get today, right? But we didn't really get that. We just had this internal manipulation, SMT, turtle soup, order block, displacing away. From there, you just had to react fast enough and close your trade so you don't have taken a loss. You know what I'm saying? And then if you miss a setup, bro, it's not the end of the world. You know, would you rather lose money or would you rather miss a setup? So for you to force another trade after you missed your setup, you're literally just having FOMO and greed. Like you're rushing to try to make money, but in reality, you're just giving money back to the markets. So think of it, not every day I have to trade, especially Mondays and Fridays, bro. Hella low probable. You know, take today as a learning lesson to truly step away when you see price slow down.
Yo, Adam.
Yo,
So at 9:30 when we made that high and
yeah.
came down, that was uh failed kit to trade.
Wait, what did he say?
Oh, never mind.
Alright. Drizzy, higher time frame, SMT with ES. Yep. Displacement, rebalance, and rejection, rebalance. Yep, again. Confirm we get perfect. 10 out of 10 trade.
I had a question.
Yeah.
So I think it was like 9:32 when we got that big ass candle.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at your charts too.
Yeah.
So yeah, like 9:31 was like the first down close, I think, and then yeah,
Yeah, this one.
9:32, and then when we got that rejection with that little like doji, I was
Yeah.
gonna like enter there, but I didn't. I didn't know if I was like being like too ballsy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was just gonna target like 50%,
Yeah.
but I didn't know if I was just being like too ballsy or what.
No, no. If you see the signatures, bro, take them. You know, even if you.
Also, where would like my stops be? Because like I don't know, I feel like I'd get greedy and put them above the wick. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it'd be here. So this is the order block. Price is trading away from it. You entered on the
Okay,
rebalance. Let's say you entered here. Your
right,
stop loss would legit be above the rebalance,
all
the
right.
recent rebalance.
Right. That's what I was saying. Okay, cool. Yeah, like I said, I was gonna take it. Like I was like 2 seconds away from pressing that button, but I was like, ah.
If you see it
But
and
yeah,
you
that's
like
all.
it, just take the setup. But your
Right.
re-entry was perfect too as well, especially targeting this internal. Yeah,
Right.
nothing bad to say, bro. Perfect. Good job.
Sure.
Humble today with this booty ass trade, Mary Shorts. Pattern traded SMT, no PD raise, saw 10 a.m. manipulated, then started displacing, but had a huge rejection, not tripping though. Yeah, bro. News, same thing. See, price is literally giving you all the bullish PD arrays you have. Total manipulation, SMT, turtle soup, order block, price is respecting, displacing, rebalancing, displacing again. 10 a.m. news as well. Internal manipulation as well inside the order block. Turtle souping it, and we're pumping higher. Price is legit giving you all the bullish PD arrays, right? But you're so focused on the bearish because you're so biased against your bias. This is why you don't mirror your narrative, bro. Because here, you see, oh, they see inversion, you know, they see got disrespected. Who cares, bro? This whole range is very chopped, so you're looking at price overall. You know what price is doing in it of itself. You have your manipulation, you have your displacement, and price is legit just giving you rebalance entries, right, to take. So stop marrying your bias. Not always will you be right, and it was an unfortunate loss. You know what I'm saying? You will get back. Trust me, bro. Price swept an internal low, began to react off of it. I noticed the displacement off the order block and entered targeting the highs. Bursting above, I feel like the external SMT caused this trade not to work, and I should have been more patient, waited for a higher probable setup. An entry earlier for 30 points would have been better. Yeah, especially entering like a bit too late. First targets is like legit, either the CE of this can't like this order block or the candle high right here, the nearest. And especially during Monday, you just want to target low hanging fruit. You know what I'm saying? It will just save you so much time and like stress. It might not seem a lot, but this could literally make the difference between you winning or losing. And it was very unfortunate too, especially if you had your stops a bit lower, you wouldn't have gotten stopped out. But Overall, unfortunate loss. You had the right narrative though. No shade.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I had conviction in the shorts at 9:33,
Yeah.
but I was married to the bullish bias,
Yeah.
so I kind of just ignored it. And also, I wanted to enter right off the displacement from the order block,
Yeah.
but I don't know why. I just hesitated. I think because it's my first eval since joining,
Yep.
but it kind of just got to me.
If you're hesitating on the eval, bro, just size down and continue trading. You'll get over that hesitation so fast, alright? Because all you're thinking about is just trading, not the money. You know, your size is so low that a loss won't affect you. Trade for me.
Ah,
Too late. My Wi-Fi acted up using my phone hotspot right now. Yeah, bro, you're safe. You didn't really miss out on much. Actually, yeah. External SFT, total liquidity sweep, and displacement. Rebounds displacement with severe disrespect. Stop was too wide. Ended up getting caught in the chop. Same thing. Low hanging fruits, bro. Your trade was good, but your stops you have to start de-risking. Alright, you're never gonna have such a huge stop like this. Alright, especially when you have displacement away. You have displacement, you have the rebalance, and you have displacement again. Alright, you're entering, and your stop is right here at the last rebalance. Okay, so in reality, if you entered here targeting a 1-to-1, it would have been hit. You wouldn't have been stopped out. And especially after you see price edge your TP like this, especially after I taking out low like this, comes back, edges it, turtle soups it, close the trade, break even, bro. You know, and especially every time your trade gets close to TP, move your stops to break even. Okay, immediately de-risk. All right. First was live, basically break even. Second was live as well. Caught a W. Third was paper on nowhere. I went wrong, and I didn't have the correct narrative. Price ended up flushing just wrong entry. Okay. Yup. Same thing. You notice SMT is gonna rebalance us, right?
I had a question about this trade specifically.
Yeah.
You go on your chart. The nine, like there was like 8:59 and 9 o'clock. There was like a tiny low to the left.
Which one? Which one? This one.
8:59. No, not 8:59. 8:59.
Eight.
Right there.
This low
Yeah,
right
so
here.
I saw. Yeah, that low right there. I saw price come down and take that, and then like kind of start respecting it.
Mhm.
So that like original. I wanted to take that original short entry at 9:38, but due to the rejection of that low, it kind of like scared me out of it, and I just waited. Is that a valid low to look at like that, or is that just like a rebalance?
Think of it as a rebalance, like this candle right here. So here.
Yeah,
Talk
I
about
saw
this low
price
right here.
take that and then reject.
Yeah, nah.
Go ahead.
Every time price takes out like a small piece of accumulation or liquidity or whatever, it's gonna look to rebalance before selling off again. Same thing with DOLs. Why do we rebalance PXH or reverse? Because you've met the objective. You know, the DOL will either give you a rebalance, continuation, or it will give you reversal. All right, it will never give you both. So once you see like let's say a low like this, especially internal lows like this, price will always look to give you a rebalance before selling off again.
And then what would the correct candle be? Would the 9:38 entry be the correct spot to enter right there?
Yeah, if you entered on this one
Okay.
targeting this internal low, or like let's say this low right here, perfect.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, bro.
Clean shorts again. Yep. JC, this is where you would have your stops after like let's say you entered same trade legit, but look, the difference he targeted this candle right, the last low before the high, and immediately de-risked and his stops above this rebalance. All right, so this is how you should have taken those shorts. Overall, good trade. This, yep. Overall, your narrative did work out and price did flush. Yeah, just be more patient with your setups. Perfect. See. He never yelled at me, by the way. This nigga's pussy. Playmaker. 15-minute SOT with ES. 1 minute displacement below PXL. Rebalance displacement. Yep. Perfect trade. Perfect TP as well. Targeting this low. PXL though, I don't see this SPXL because it's not really a prominent low or high. You know what I'm saying? Especially it's inside of accumulation. So Yeah, not PXO, but overall your trade narrative and thought process was good. Took an entry off in turtle mid, turtle soup, displacement, rebalance, displacement, targeting base 30 points. Perfect trade. Perfect. Nothing bad to say, bro. As soon as market opened, we created external SMT. We then started displacing to the downside. We displaced past multiple internal lows. We then rebalanced into that big displacement candle. We then started falling again, and I missed that entry because I hesitated. We then rebalanced and took my entry off that rebalance candle. Since we missed the draw and price still needed to reach the draw, took shorts, stop above the rebalance wick, targeting the draw, but making sure we didn't turtle soup that internal low, then reverse. Followed my rules. Took the trade that made sense and was obvious. Good. Didn't target too many points and had my ass on the correct area and shot to the correct area as well. Perfect. Perfect trade, G. Beautiful. Nothing bad to say. Good journaling as well. Can't lie, Adam, after that payout last week, I've started getting more aggressive and it's fucking with me. I went on to GC just now and lost another 1K over it. Bro, you got the payout from following your rules, not fucking around and trading gold, dickhead. Why are you going to gold, bro? It's legit ego. It's your ego thinking, alright, you got a payout at night, you can go and rinse whatever market you're trading. No. You got a payout from following your rules, trading macro, waking up every day. Not staying up in the middle of the night, trading Asia or gold. I kind of good you, but I exited. I wanted to resize. I'm about to solve this immediately because now lost my whole buffer like a dumbass. See, that's on you. You got the ego. You got humbled in the markets, and all you have to do is just go back, spin back again, follow your rules that made you get that payout in the first place, and you'll be alright. We're breaking even on this. Should I target a flat 30 points next time? I was targeting that low. That was the only higher time frame low. Yeah, I feel you to me. I was targeting that low too, but once you see price sweep this and immediately reverse, close the bitch, or target flat 30 points on Mondays and Fridays, and then target DOL on like higher probable days, okay? But Mondays and Fridays, the low probable days, bro, is target low hanging fruit or flat 30 points, whichever comes first.
Alright, bet, bro. Hey, bro, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, I had a question. Okay, so off the doji candle, why is it that everyone like had good confirmation to enter off there as well?
Yeah.
Like with that rebalance, wouldn't that? I don't know. I feel like for me, when I seen that, I did see it as rebalance, but I thought it was like, I don't know how I think of a rebalance. I thought it was only supposed to be like 50%,
Yeah.
and then go lower.
That's when we have like a proper structure. But some candles you won't have like full proper structure of the candle, so you won't have like the cleanest fair value gap forming, right? Especially around 9:30 when there's a lot of volatility in the market that's being injected with all the orders and everything. Okay, especially when you have two fat bearish candles and you see one try to pump up, try to like go long, but immediately gets destroyed. Because why? It doesn't have any more volume to continue higher. If it had volume to continue higher, it would have held its place and it would have closed like bullish here. Then the next candle,
Okay.
you would have seen price going higher. That's why a lot of people see this as a rebalance, especially when we're like inside of this piece of structure. If you see this candle, let's say at like a low, after we took out a draw on liquidity, I'm treating it as a rebalance candle. I'm seeing what price is doing at it. Are we reversing or are we going to continue lower? But when you're inside of like this piece of structure, especially near fat candles like civvies, treat it as a rebalance.
All right, cool. Another thing too, where was the manipulation that happened like to validate shorts?
There was really not much except ES manipulating higher. Like price in it of itself was manipulation right here. Because look, you can literally see this all as accumulation. Price going up to manipulate, and you're gonna have a small distribution lower. Right? But the distribution ended once it met its objective, which was legit taking out this small internal. Because this is protected, price is not gonna look to take it out. Why? Because ES already took out this low, but NQ didn't. So NQ was the weaker pair. NQ didn't have the volatility or price to push price lower. That's why NQ is legit like lagging behind and ES legit just pumping.
That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, bro, love.
Wait, Adam, was there not like an external SMT right when market opened? Because literally right when market opened,
Yeah,
yes.
there was bearish one. Like at the top.
Yeah, right. That's kind of what I was looking at as manipulation.
Yeah, right here. You had it here. this, and you had it here as well.
It was like right at 9:30,
Yeah.
literally right at 9:30. Yeah.
But ES pretty
So
much
that's
told
valid.
us.
Looking at it like that.
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
But that's pretty much it for the shorts. You know, they were short-lived, unfortunate. But overall, ES did take out this draw, and NQ didn't. That's why we seen clean reversal. But
My bad, bro. Another question. So
yeah,
after the manipulation, you know how there is that displacement candle lower? Is that enough like confirmation that we're gonna go lower, or do we like always need to like inverse like a fair value gap?
what, this candle right here?
The one before that one.
This one right here?
Yeah, the first bearish candle after that SMT. Yeah, that one,
Yeah,
that one. Okay,
yeah,
so that one, you know how it didn't like inverse any like fair value gaps?
yeah. For you, it just sat there. Yeah.
So how do we know like okay, it didn't inverse the fair value gap, but we still know it's gonna go lower? Like what are like the signs? Just the rebalance displacement?
Legit, it taking out liquidity. So obviously you won't know anything here off the first candle, right? 931. You're waiting for price to trade away, then you get the confirmation. Once you see price, let's say, all right, we're trading away. We took out this low. Okay. I'm confident in shorts right now. Let me see what price is doing at the rebalance. All right, because after it takes out this draw, what is price doing? Are we reversing or are we rebalancing before selling off again? And once you see price rebalance like this, slap the bitch on and then take the short.
All right, bet. All right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, because especially in pre-New York, you won't have like clean busy formation or fair value gaps. None of that. Now you'll just have like pieces of accumulation, and you're just looking at it as like overall structure. So you see this whole bit is just legit accumulation. Second price took it out. Okay, what is it doing? All right, rebalance. Okay, I'm taking shorts. That simple. Do you trade gold at all? No, only New York AM. All right. Any question, guys? Yeah, bro. Legit. Focus on one market. NQ. You've back tested it. You've forward tested it. You've traded it on evals, XFAs. You made money on NQ. So legit, you have zero reason to go on gold and try some new bullshit. Yeah, bro. Completely ego. And we've talked about it before. You will either get humbled by God or by the markets. Either or. And be grateful you were humbled by the markets. Alright, bro. See you to me. Love. Yeah, bro. Legit. If you follow your system, you will see results. If you don't follow it and you try to do your own thing, you won't see nothing. And don't let this one like blown account or XFA get to your head, bro. Restart from step one, okay? Go back, take it slow, one account at a time. Trade it normally like you did, okay? And don't expect the same results that you had on your first XFA where you built the buffer and the payout in one day, alright? So don't try to chase home runs like you did. Go for consistency. Yeah. Alright, bro, Rayon. Love you. See you, G. OT is 940 to 950, right? Because some said we could trade. Yeah. OTE for December was around 937. You always had like the cleanest displacement candle at 937, 936, right? For January, you will have to look and see what price is doing, and for you to determine OTE. So OTE, let's say for shorts, if you were looking at shorts, it would have been here. If you're looking at longs, it would have been here or anywhere here. You know what I'm saying? So don't be time restricted, but let time guide you. This is what I wanted to take in my girls, but I kept overthinking. SMT. Hold on. Gold and SMT? Yo, you're fried. Gold doesn't have SMT.
You don't like to use silver as SMT?
No, they're not correlated. The only correlated pairs is NQ and ES. Why? Because they have a stock exchange. They all open at 9:30 a.m. every morning, 5 days a week. That's why they're correlated. Gold and silver have no correlation, bro. Put that down.
Alright.
I closed after me silly turtle swoop that low, but even if I did target flip, it would have gone edge. But I journaled everything. Yeah, unfortunate, especially after you did enter a bit late. I'm not gonna lie. You were hoping this was to get touched, but reacting off what Price gave you, good that you closed here. You know, nothing bad to say. After you see Price reverse, it's valid for you to take like a re-entry longs, Miko.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I guess the ego, and since every time I show you a trade, it's like a home run shit.
Yeah.
I've been like conditioned myself to just taking that shit. It's fucked me.
Nah, bro. Consistency. It's how you make money, bro. 30 points every day, 265 days, bro. Whatever. I promise you'll be richer than me. And that's legit all you need.
How much? I mean, I still have my account.
Yeah.
I'm not worried that I blown or anything. I don't give a fuck about blowing it. I know I could pass it in a week or 3 days whenever I can, whenever I want. It was just the whole. I know I could do more. It's just the fucking consistency part. I'm consistent, then I'm not consistent, bro. That shit kills me.
You will have, you will be consistent. You will see consistency in being consistent. Like, you won't be consistent instantly off the bat, off the jump. The second you start trying to be, consistent at trading or disciplinary habits, you will fail. But on the day you fail, you can either keep falling back into your old habits or what? You can continue changing. You can be like, alright, so what, I failed. I'm gonna get back on it. I'm gonna continue, pushing through.
Yeah.
Overall, you
And
will
then
see
the payout.
legit, bro. So
Yeah.
legit proof of concept. You can easily get a payout by just following the rules. So follow your rules again and
Alright.
get paid. Because since I started to trade 940 to 950, I feel like I'm comfortable when I always see a move. Yeah, bro. If you feel comfortable within that time frame to like find a trade and spot it, go ahead, bro. Take it. Perfect, Miko. I'm proud of you, man. So I just finished work, but this was my trade for today. I was a bit hesitant today just because it's been like 2 weeks since traded properly. Yeah, I understand, but again, perfect trade. Nothing bad to say, David. And clean forward test as well. Good TP. Perfect, bro.
I'm gonna. Oh shoot.
Mhm.
Wish I just eight Marcos 30 points. New York AM only, of course.
Yeah, you'll make it back.
All right.
Alright. Any
Yeah,
wrap
the
up questions,
buffer.
guys? Go ahead, bro.
Nah, that's it.
Love. Appreciate you, Brandon. Love you guys. Alright. With that, Monday group call is over. Love you, boys. See you Wednesday.